Alright. Hi. Whoever you are. Me, I'm from Alamance County, North Carolina. Born and raised, been here my entire life. Whew. I didn't snort a line. I blew out my nose. Admittedly. What in the Russian? There's supposed to be a translation thing on here. Alright, no speaker. Oh, God. Morning from America, North Carolina. They added a feature, but it's shit. It's called automatic chat translation. Translate chat messages to your device language. It didn't translate that, but if someone types in yo, it'll change like them saying sup to yo. It's like weird. They recently added it like shit a few months ago. I want to say like a month ago or two. And then nothing much. What's up with you? And then hello. I'd rather be asleep still, but I'm up. I was having a good But I saw it in my dream. You know, and I was like literally looking down in the closet and it's like, hey, little buddy, and like started petting her. She's over there stretching and going back to sleep. Besides being in the house with my dad, for some reason I dreamt about my old house again that I grew up in. And no, the house was like really redesigned and everything. And there was like fucking a bunch of big ass cats trying to get into the house. And we're over there just slamming doors shut, keeping doors shut, shutting windows. And it's like, we're going to have to start fucking shooting these things. And he's like, start shooting. You gonna be shooting these things. Oh, I'm hanging in there. And then I had a dream about Sid the Sinister. I had a dream I was laying in bed watching a movie while she was back on the computer, like looking at Pokemon. Going through her drawers, looking for like candy and food and shit. And being like, wait, this is her place. This is her room. Well, she don't got this shit in here. I got her confused for somebody else. What's up? Oh, and then somehow I was running like through the Mariana Trench and like running up into like a secret military base, like meat grinder thing. I don't know what they were doing with deer. I was like holding a fish and like jumping over like grout, like big ass fucking like catfish in the sea. Am I in a house? No, I'm in a tent, bro. Out here homeless in Alamance County, North Carolina. What's the temperature? It's probably like in like the high 30s, low 40s right now. Yeah. I'm not going to show too much to the left because I got to pick up a lot of trash over here. But, you know, no, I'm not in the house. I'm in a tent, bro. In a tent. Here. And again, hey, from North Carolina, Alamance County. No, I can't have a fire going. Ironically enough, no one can have a fire unless it's like right outside your house. You have like a cooking stuff. Secretly from a rich family? No. And Golding's not a Jewish last name. But okay, bud. They sing old? What? Aren't you usually a dickhead? Or I got you confused then. Oh, that's okay. You got a lot of alligators. There's alligators here in North Carolina, but they're that way. They're more towards the beach. I'm still cautious of them being like this far inland, but like nonetheless, they're more towards the beach. They sending all my donations to Mad Mob. Who's that dude? Who's that loser? Yeah, Golding is an old English name. I'm from the UK originally. Like, ancestrally, I'm from the UK. I was born in America, but my family comes from the UK. One tried to get in your house. Well, I was having a dream about cats trying to get in my old house. It's like an old house I grew up in as a kid. For some reason, we had extra doors on doors in the house, though. There was like extra rooms that you could shut off doors. And we had there was a bunch of big cats trying to get in. It was me and my dad, like, shutting doors and, like, windows and shit. No, I'm homeless. that statement is true, just report it. And, like, literally report it for theft and, like, call the FBI. Yeah, where, though, is the question. Where, Jimmy? So I can go report it and report it to the FBI for theft. That's where I'm coming at, Jimmy. So that's what I'm asking. It's theft. Let alone impersonation, stolen identity, whatever the fuck else they may be saying, or whatever fucking fraudulent, libel, slander, lie. Because I don't know who that person is. No, we don't look alike at all in any way, shape, or form. That's just delusion. Is that their legit channel name? Like, no, because I'll go look into that and block me and delete them. And report them. And call the FBI and be like, no, they're trying to, like, no, they're stealing money from me. At no point can someone donate money to you under the principle that you're giving it to me. In any way, shape, or form. Like, you can't even make a GoFundMe. Like, you know, you start breaching into the laws of theft and felony real quick. And all it takes is $500 in the state of North Carolina. You've breached a felony. Other than that, it's like petty theft, and it's still a misdemeanor and illegal. New Zealand? Been North Carolina, bro. No look-alike. That's hilarious. Yes, I'm in a tent. My face should be illegal? No, you should be illegal. You're just mad I'm so sexy. You can't tell if I'm a chick or a dude. That's all it is for my profile pic. No, I don't deserve to be where I'm at. You deserve to be out here homeless. Stop trying to ride off my coattails like a little fucking faggot cuck you are. Block being deleted. What am I doing in a tent? 'Cause I'm in a tent. Look like Sam from Lord of the Rings? No, I don't look like Sam from Lord of the Rings. My hair ain't curly enough. Chris Farley I'll take, because I actually sound like him when I'm yelling. Kind of. Why are people so hateful? Because they're getting caught with lies. Because like Jimmy's making me aware of this other channel where they're stealing my donations and everything else on. And no, I'm not a junior version of that person. That's their username. A 540. No, I'm a 40 and 85. It's like 30 degrees out here right now. Okay. That's a lie. This person's getting blocked and deleted. It's always disgusting, Big Radar. And I poo my pants. No, I didn't poo my pants. Better for everyone. No, what's better for everyone is y'all fucking all like going away, really. And I get my stream back and it goes back to normal with my triple digit viewers and everything else and continue down my financial independence. To be honest with you. No, I don't know who M for stand for money is. People keep trying to accuse that's like I'm his cousin or something. And then I made Gordon Ramsay like John Taffer hybrid when I'm at a food industry. So like people don't like hiring me because I'll get on you for cross-contamination in a heartbeat and I'll call you out in front of everybody. And then the way station in my area was closed for nearly a year, and I made a Facebook post about it being closed, and it opened up the next day, and I told a state trooper to go do their fucking job, and I got arrested for resisting truck delay. No, I'm not on a register. That's some dude named Matthew Golding out in Rhode Island. I'm Matthew Neville Golding in North Carolina. There's a Matthew Golding in Canada, too, that's a ballet dancer. Anyways, block ban deleted. Oh, and I'm becoming more financially independent. I got 17,000 subscribers, 400,000 people come back to view my channel, and nearly 3 million clicks on my channel in a year. I'm not bipolar. I'm in North Carolina, Alamance County for the trillionth time. Your uncle has a green pencil box. Okay. First thing this page, I'm not really looking for money on the first thing in this page. That's just there if someone wants to donate out of the kindness of their heart, and I don't have to say that and distract myself from the conversation at hand. Anyways, no, I don't boof shrooms. Block ban deleted. What do? I'm not going to Canada. I sit here and I'm a political podcaster. I'm not ginger either. Anyways, block ban deleted. My favorite drug, probably alcohol. Or marijuana, but I don't really buy marijuana. No, I'm not Danny Ford. Who the fuck is that? My name's Matthew Neville Golding, dumb fuck. Cassidy Barlow? I don't even know who the fuck that is. I'm politically independent. Do I blow smoke rings? No. No, I'm not a ginger. Anyways, block ban deleted. Unless you got me on a filter or something. No, my hair's blonde, dumb fuck. How do I feel? What's going on with it? No, it doesn't look strawberry blonde. Your block ban deleted. Shut the fuck up. They're just covering up the Jeffrey Epstein files. Long story short. That's an inappropriate question. I was born in North Carolina. I've been here my entire life. I've never been out of the state. No. Again, I don't support Trump and the whole Iran situation is to cover up the Jeffrey Epstein files. No, I'm not related to Trump. No, oh my God, what are these inappropriate questions? It's not a play on China. And to think it's no, Trump's a part of the files. I'm not a transvestite, so I'm just gonna block me and delete you. My tent's fine. I don't feel like dealing with gators near the coast. Person who said, yeah, I'm gonna block me and delete you. They are being rude. Y'all purposely keep saying I look like a ginger because you know it upsets me. You're trying to get me mad. Oh my God. No, I don't look like Trump's child. Anyways, block ban deleted. Yeah, it's still not an attack on China, bro. You got to realize Russia is a fucking country of gas. All you're doing is strengthening Russia's energy supply. When you actually had a break in the link in the chain there. Now all China's got to do is sit there and go build, help Russia build oil factories in Russia and defend it from Ukraine. No, you're not getting free donations from my stream. Block ban deleted. Get the fuck out of here. Block ban delete this loser as well. Yeah, I'm up right now. I'm up early all the time. And you actually have a damaging link to their energy supply with Venezuela and Iran. You could have waited to chop that, but how often what? What? How often I be what? It's No, that's all. No, that's the only reason they attacked Iran was cover up the Jeffrey Epstein files. I don't care what bullshit reason. Oh, we've been 40 years. Okay, North attack me, I'll nuke you. My face structure is fantastic. Dinkelberg, yeah, he's gonna get blocked and deleted. Actually, you're talking about the other user in the chat before I block me and delete you. You wish you had my genes? No, you don't. It's a curse. No, this ain't day 1,921 of begging. You can't even get the day right. Jesus, you added 700 extra days on there. Yeah, listen to what I'm saying. We've been at war with China for years and no one even... Dude, we've been at war with everyone in gray warfare tactics a little bit. And that's just because we did shit to them first. No, it don't make sense in any way, shape, or form. China's a very peaceful country. Y'all just antagonize them into wanting to fuck you up. There's a big difference. Because right now, if China wanted you, because the entire military's over there in the fucking Arab Arabian, you gotta realize when China attacks, no, within 72 hours, we don't have any more missile defense systems. They're gone. They're empty. Within 72 hours, no, we ain't got no more air defenses on Taiwan anymore, let alone Japan or the Philippines. Like, no, they're all empty. And then they're just forced to be onslaughted by another, like, wave of ammo dump. It'll literally be like 300 with the Persians and the arrows. And guess what? That's coming in waves consistently like that for 72 hours till you have no more ammo, and then it's just going to level the island into the surface of the moon. Ugh. I'm a block. Anyways. I'm in a tent. I know the ramifications of what's going to happen to my troops when I send them somewhere, from the environment and physically. So, you have no right to speak on this matter because you sit in a box all day and cross-contaminate food and give people food poisoning. So, shut up. Well, I speak really fast, for sure. No, I don't really diss out insults. Y'all come in and be insulted first. Yeah, I have kids. Yeah, China usually wins small to win big, or win strong. They've won economically. I need you to understand China's debt to GDP is positive. You know, that's about 70%. So if they make $100 on here, they're walking away with $30. You know, if we make our debt to GDP has been over 100%. So if we just make $100, we're breaking even or we're negative 30. And they can flood the entire international market. Like, no, they could buy property beside Walmart, make a China Mart, and sell everything for 90% less. And you'll go to China Mart versus Walmart. That's what they mean by flooding the economy. They can do that. No, they can do that to your car market, your groceries, everything. China's won. You've lost. And my kids, I don't know how old some of, like, because the way the story is going here, it may seem like I have more than one that I've not been made aware of. I definitely know I have a daughter, and she's pushing 10 right now. For sure. But, like, the mother never told me I got her pregnant and everything else. It was more or less one of these things I was handling politically and going a different direction and with handling. And it was a slight reminder to, like, yeah, albeit this is a fucked up situation for you, she will inherit this life if you are not careful. Because some people were about to get, like, legitimately blocked, banned, deleted from life. About how I was going to handle a situation and block, ban, delete a bunch of people from life. And it was kind of like, she'll inherit the sins of the father, albeit she's really not connected to you right now. Yeah, hey, Kelly. going to meet her up anytime soon. I mean, if America wants to stop getting fucked up via Jesus Christ, yeah, I'll have her back today. I would have had her back months ago. Years ago, really, at this point. Am I going where? What? Over where? What? Fuck ICE. I mean, ICE does a good job. Yes, like, bro, the mother didn't even tell me I got her pregnant, dog. I don't even know the bitch's name. I ain't even trying to call my daughter a bitch. It's that bad. You gotta realize you kind of date in, like you date people that like are similar to your parents. And trust me, when my dad got my mother pregnant, she ran off with his kid. He had to call her up and say, bring your ass back. And yes, the system makes it hard for me to like have a relationship with her. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, they're all like pedophiles right now. I don't even want to be mentioning this shit. I mean, I technically have parental rights, but like I've not been made aware of it's my child. And I don't know if like she like, because at the end of the day, she like could have put someone else's name down as a father or not. If she put someone else down as father, you know, that's illegal. You can't do that. But other than that, she could just put her name down because we're not married, so she technically don't have to put my name down, and then she can seal the birth records. And my baby mama had a connection to like a very like good lawyer, by the way. And is not a stupid woman herself. Yes. Yeah. It's not something as easy as just, oh, let me go look this up. Like, no. No, the government's strictly against me. I mean, fuck, they're paying y'all to do the shit y'all are doing to me. I mean, I'm not stupid. Like, who's this other fucking faggot over there, that mob channel or whatever the fuck it is, that gay cuck over there trying to, like, ride on my coattails and steal donations from me? I'll be honest with you, because the joke is day waiting for me to go live so you can go live. And then try to steal content off of me and then just parrot me. That's the sad part. Like, bro, I can go through TikTok and watch a TikTok conversation change when I like make a political point on my social media. It's really pathetic. And then you think you can sit around all day and try to make fun of me for sitting around all day when I'm actually doing something. And in reality, you're sitting around waiting for somebody that apparently some loser. But you're waiting on my beck and call. Like, when I don't know what you do when I get banned for 2 weeks on YouTube. People might start to realize, oh shit, that like this dude is an impersonator faggot. You know what I mean? Like, wow, no, you're sitting around waiting for him to go live to make defamation content about him. Yeah, you really are the LOL cow. That's the sad part. If I had like 70, 80 people in here. Jimmy was telling me about one of the channels. I'll have to look it up. But I'm going to stream right now and grow my stream. Why is my head so big? It's because my hair. My hair's all poofy. Whoosh. That's why. Plus, I got a big brain. I got a big brain and I know how to use it. Unlike y'all. Because again, I'll tell you again for the trillionth time, if you want accountability for the Jeffrey Epstein files, you need the trains, planes, boats, trucks, and farmers to go on a protest with you and me and everyone else. You'll have accountability within a week. You ain't willing to do that, sit your ass, bitch ass down and shut the fuck up. You're secretly a pedophile. I'll be honest with you. If you're not willing to do that, sit down and shut the fuck up, little poodle. Because you're a pedophile now, and you're going in the wood chipper. I don't look like Jack Black. Block ban deleted. I'm not going to stop streaming. Block ban deleted. You're just trying to leech off of me. And you don't like getting exposed for the lying pieces of shit you actually are. Do I read or play music? Yeah. Do I like ham? Yeah. Since I've read the Bible, I'm not a big, pork eater. I mean, I'll still eat it, but... Sasquatch. I'm not Sasquatch. Where? Call a cryptozoologist. Time for me to get out of homelessness. Papa needs a new house. Listen to Alice in Chains. I ain't listened to Alice in Chains in a while. You know we ain't gonna die. Comes up the rooster. Hey, from North Carolina, Alamance County. Do I like your pic? I can't even really see your pic. No, your pic looks ugly. I'm a block man, delete that. Anyways. Guessing, but no, I don't know how to play guitar. If I wanted to, I could have learned how to play. My brother played bass and guitar. And then, he was kind of in a band a little bit, and, there was a time where I could have played on drums as well, and, instruments, let alone piano. No, you're the one with delusions of grandeur over there. Anyways. You're so delusional, you think you can make defamatory streams to get famous and rich off of me. That's your grandeur delusions. Of grandeur. And, you can't even realize that our special forces unit was murdered before they got al-Baghdadi. Sorry, homeboy, I won there. I got, a grandeur win. No, you're 7 years late, and I'm the only guy to report on it. Sorry, you missed out. You fucked up. Fuck you. Go eat a dick and die, please. What's going to happen with the Epstein files? They're going to keep trying to cover them up with this Iran situation, long story short. Well, I don't really travel, bro. I stay in North Carolina. I don't move. Winston-Salem, shit. Probably about 2.5 hours away. Depending on traffic more than anything. Yeah, cool. Whatever that means. And it's not conspiracy theories, bro. It's I've literally posted it all over TikTok and in my YouTube shorts. No, you can get accountability for the Jeffrey Epstein files, but again, you need the trucks, planes, trains, boats, and farmers to protest. Within a week, America will have to bend the knee and give us what we want. Because America cannot afford to bleed trillions. They have no choice but to answer us. What happened to the beard? I shaved it back in November. Y'all late as fuck, bro. And then long story short, I'm like John Taffer, Gordon Ramsay mix hybrid. I don't play around with cross-contamination, and I'll call you out in front of people, tell you to change your gloves, wash your hands, and remake that. That's problem number one. Problem number two is because the weigh station in my area was closed for nearly a year. I made a Facebook post about it being closed. Opens up the next day. I tell a state trooper to go do their fucking job. They didn't like that. I got arrested for resisting obstruct delay August 12th, 2022 till September 15th, 2022. And I've been out here in Alamance County, North Carolina since then. I mean, I've lived in the state my entire life, but it's kind of what happened. And then I'm a political podcaster and I rattle all the cages. So I got a bunch of fucking angry billionaires at me. Yeah, I'm not gay, but okay, you're block ban deleted. You're just a Down syndrome monkey that's not going to make it and is getting dishonorably discharged from the military. I don't need you in there. Let alone the law enforcement too, by the way. I mean, you're 7 years late. You're incompetent at your job. That's like derelict of duty. You don't belong there. Bye. There's more than one reason why you'll keep getting punched in the back of your head these days on TikTok. Like, no, I'm right. You're wrong. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, it's gonna be. It'll get warm in the day. It'll get up in like the 70s and 80s, like from April to about June. Like especially through May and towards the May and June, will it start turning into like 60s and 70s at night. But like for March and April, no, it'll be like 80 in the day and then 40 at night or 30. Sometimes 50. It does that for these last 2 months. You'll get a false like spring snap where it's like, oh, it's gonna be 80s and 60 degrees at night, and it's like, oh, it's getting warm. Week around 40 for the high, 30s for the low, and it's like, oh. I'm right. Yeah, I'm right. And okay, yeah, I sat in a tent without a fire, like, and survived. I can train your military how to stay warm out here. I don't really have to train somebody that's already went through basic training, but no, I could take your little fucking crow private there and teach them how to survive out in negative 30 temperature. Let alone 110-degree heat wave with extra layers on. Doesn't matter if we got a Category 5 hurricane headed toward us, buddy. No, we're going to be fine out here. I've lived through it. Had to. Appreciate the $2. I'm sure it's a little bit more than that 'cause it's a euro. Yeah, I appreciate the $2.66. Thank you. Thanks for the donation. So you might want to just ease the fuck up over there while you sit on your ass and work at McDonald's all day. Shush. Or like try to like fucking cryptocurrency mine and pray for like a rich person to invest so you can sell out and maybe make $50. Like the loser you are. Just shut the fuck up, please. Go back to your little Ponzi scheme that was used to fucking traffic children and buy illegal drugs off the internet anyways, that you're trying to act like is normal with Bitcoin being in like public society now. It's never going to be a natural currency. It's never going to happen. So just piss off. You've invested in a Ponzi scheme that's going nowhere. I had to stop that before America became full retard from you people. Yeah, he is. Not many people donate to the stream anymore these days. They go donate. Had it over there like defaming me and shit and stealing money from me. And it's okay. I can see y'all's grip on my name and the defamation slowly slipping more and more. I got you, Curtis. I appreciate it. Every little bit counts. It adds up. You know, 44 people all donated $2. You know what I mean? That starts going up to $88 real quick. Do I support any political party? No, I'm politically independent. Again, I do not know how America's supposed to move forward if every 4 to 8 years we're tearing down trillions of structure for like vindictive partisan reasons. Oh, they made it. I don't like it. Tear it down. You know, I don't give a fuck. They put 10 trillion behind that legislation. Tear it down. Stop it. Oh, that funding, I don't care. It's going to go to waste. Like, perfect example, albeit I always put it on a pedestal, Title 42. There's always going to be, like, viruses and shit and people not having, like, the correct vaccines and all that. So, like, no, Title 42 shouldn't have went anywhere. Albeit COVID-19 is no longer a global pandemic, it still exists, and there could always be a COVID V2 or, you know, not even COVID, I don't know what to call it, like fucking goobly glops, that fucking 99% death rate, you know what I mean? I don't know what nature's gonna throw out one of these days, and I don't know what the fuck they're gonna call it, so let's just say goobly glop, you know what I mean? It's a 99% death rate. You get it, you die. Like, no, Title 42 should still be there. No, get the fuck back. Because that allowed ICE to immediately send people back they caught at the border. No, you probably have COVID. Get the fuck out of here. Albeit it's expedited catch and release. There's no, like, it's more of a way to ignore the courts and get people kicked out. Yeah, they are a little bit. Like, dude, they're seriously trying to cover up the Jeffrey Epstein files. You gotta understand the incompetence of what the Jeffrey Epstein files are going to expose, because little children were being trafficked and kidnapped in the greatest, like the superpower of the world, the leading authority of the world, as America likes to claim. That's problem number one of the embarrassment. Problem number two is you're going to go and run into other people like Diddy, who are acquitted of like human trafficking, and then they're right there implicated in the Jeffrey Epstein files, leading to a retrial and showing the impotence of the Department of Justice yet again. And then when you get into stuff like the al-Baghdadi raid, where our special forces unit was murdered and no one said anything for the last 7 years, you turn America into the biggest clown of the circus that has no moral authority, has no water in its cup anymore. No one wants to do business with America because they're just a clusterfuck of a lying joke. Like, you can sit here and just try to cancel culture, lie to me all you want. There's other international communities that can look at this information and evidence themselves and come to this result. Like, America's done. It's cooked itself. It has no respect in the international community, not even from our allies anymore. It's become a clusterfuck of an LOL cow joke at this point. Along with the people that sit on their ass all day making defamation content about me. They're just a part of the same like circus as the government. They're not going to make it. They're a genetic gene pool group that are literally out to get purged out of society. And whether or not you've like really spread that to children will have to be determined. Day they may or may not die. I'll be you. Especially if they continue that idiotic ideology and theology that has been currently brainwashed into everybody in America. I've been honest with you, like genetically to make America survive for 5,000 years like China survived for 5,000 years, I kind of got to get rid of you. I'm trying to do it with the system and legally, but like, no, this is America. I'll just get the shovel and bury you 6 feet behind out in the hill somewhere. Know that it was a man, the wealth transfer all was a lie. Yeah, I know there's a lot of inside trading and everything else going on there too. Not too aware of what's happening in America, but they're hiding information about. Yeah, they are hiding. They're hiding information about Trump with the files and a lot of people with the files that are implicated domestically and internationally. For the most part, Matt, Maki, because like at the end of the day, albeit you can yell at the government for not doing stuff, the people aren't doing enough either. Because again, for the trillionth time, all I need are boaters. Trucks, planes, trains, and farmers. Let alone people like me, you, the regular people going to work at McDonald's or Walmart or Amazon to protest. America cannot afford to bleed tens of trillions of dollars within that first week of that protest. We will get accountability, we'll get all the files out, and problem solved. The problem where it's becoming and how America's in its final stage is because they're at the point of their white knight facade fading. They don't care. They really never cared about the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files. They were just following the rest of the people. So they were like normal and weren't like suspected of being a secret pedophile. No, there's a lot of people in America that voted for Trump, that look at Trump and his administration and all those people that are implicated by raping little children. They can do it. I can do it. That's what they want. They want to have sex with little children. And their white knight facade is fading, or there would be protests everywhere right now. You don't have to worry about paying rent because your landlord's out there protesting with you. There's a bunch of people with a white knight facade on the Jeffrey Epstein files. Hence why these protests ain't happening. Or like, boom, there it is. We would get it. But these people don't want to do that. And it's a peaceful protest. At no point am I trying to incite a riot. You're going to have to watch out for Antifa and all that shit while you're out here protesting, because they're going to be over there trying to loot and riot and destroy the protest. Discredit it as being peaceful. Yes, they are distracting us with the war. Because they can go over there and go, oh, we are on the cusp of a deal again. We were on the cusp of a deal before they bombed them. Like, there's no cusp of a deal here. Described, I appreciate it. No, I've not said enough. And I'm not exactly your friend. I don't know who you are. I've not said enough. This is my job. I chose to do this. And look at politics all day. No what? What? Usually once a day, if anything, maybe twice. Why am I argumentative? You said enough, my friend. Which is pretty much like a subtle way of saying shut up. And I'm a political podcaster. This is my stream, and I don't know at what point you're going to tell me to stop talking. Well, Overwatch, that's what I'm doing. I'm not lying about that. I'm catching y'all in your lies. And I'm starting to see people's true colors. Like, no, I can form the assumption that you are a pedophile if you will not get out and protest for the accountability of the Jeffrey Epstein files. That's the nail in the coffin for you right there of, like, solid evidence that you're a pedophile. Just do-do-do-do-do-do. And you've been a white knight facade the entire time. And the people that want accountability, our group numbers are shrinking again. So instead of like, maybe 300,000 people that want accountability, now we're 30,000. Oh, I got you. My hair color was showing then. Ugh. Well, I wouldn't say riot. Riot is a little excessive. Like, no, you do this protest. And I say 7 days loosely. Max 30 days. Because America cannot afford to lose $100 trillion from a month. Or like $10 trillion, $50 trillion, whatever the fuck they're going to lose in that 30 days. After that 30 days, no, everyone packs up shit. The protest is over. Nope, we're all going to a home, getting our Second Amendment right. And then we're uprising against the government. Long story short. Like, we have no choice at that point. And, like, the window to do this is running out because you're about to have boots on the ground in Iran. You realize it or not. I'm hanging in there. Y'all, well, if your name's in the file, it's the reason it's in the file for a reason. I'm not in the files. I don't know what you're referring to me for, but anyways. No, they kind of protested right things. They just went about it the wrong way to actually get accountability. And that's just making people mad. It's be like, because they're like, oh shit, why didn't we think of that and get the planes, trains, boats, and trucks and all that protest? Why'd we go out here as a group of dumbasses? That actually fucks with America's economy. It costs them to lose trillions of dollars in a day. That gets somebody's attention real the fuck quick. Well, at a certain point, we have to kind of eat ourselves from the inside because they're not going to do anything about it, and you're going to have to get off your ass and do something about it. I've done everything in my power, and I'm still getting to the last, like, 100 meters of the end here with this last protest and accountability before, no, we're picking up our guns and going to shoot these people. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Dude, there's people in the files implicated with video evidence, bro. Outside of people making statements and stuff, and that's mainly from, like, the victims filing complaints. Again, there's video evidence. They can't release that to the public. That's technically distribution of child porn. Now, whether what Iran may or may not hacked into Patel's emails, they may have the damning information on Trump and can blackmail him now. You got to realize we can be blackmailed by Iran because they'll just go, hey, we'll post this if you don't fuck off and meet my demands, bitch. I hope you understand that. There's no great, powerful Wizard of Oz. Hilarious. But yeah, there's video evidence of these people being implicated on video, like thousands of people. So, and they can literally unredact it to the actual perpetrator's name. The rest is redacted. You know, perpetrator in this video. You don't see the video, none of that. It's just perpetrator name. And it's like, yeah, when you're in a court of law and this is behind closed doors, you know, they can't even probably show the video. It's just going to have to be audio. Because there's a lot of laws with that. Even if you're like the cops, you can't exactly just distribute child porn. This is a very area. So that's going to be like interesting in the courtroom for people. You know, there'll be other pictures of like when Prince Andrew's like fucking like standing over the chick that's like passed out or whatever. It wouldn't bring down the government. That's just a fear-mongering bullshit delusion. It would actually bring up the government and cause people to want to go re-enlist in the military and go be a cop or a judge. The reason people don't want to do that is because of the people that are in control right now that are ruining everything and know they won't get anywhere. And they'll be under these type of people's thumb. And I mean, I'm already bringing the government down, exposing the fact our special forces unit died before they got al-Baghdadi. It's over. People are going, wait, they exposed that to us 7 years ago. They killed them right in front of us and just, we didn't do anything? Like, everyone's sitting there scratching their head feeling like a retard right now. And it's like, dude, the only one who recognized it is like the guy we make fun of being a drunkard homeless guy living in a tent. That's gay. What does that say about me? So, like, I know I've made this country look like a joke more than once. I've got them to expose the Havana syndrome, that we're attacking our own there. That was with Venezuela, because I was telling America to back up, or you're going to have to deal with the Havana syndrome weapon from Cuba. What'd they do to Venezuela? Oh, I'm bleeding from the nose, felt like I had a headache, I was nauseous, disoriented, and everything else. Oh, every symptom of the Havana syndrome. Got it. No, I'm not retarded with Trump down TDS. I'm just gonna block ban and delete you. You're literally retarded with Trump derangement syndrome. You're so deranged that you think this dude's innocent. When you can read in the redacted files of the Jeffrey Epstein where it's gonna definitely say don't. It'll say don't. But because Donald is D-O-N and his last name's Trump with a T, Don T or like Don Trump, Don T. No, that's why don't is redacted. Anything that's going to relate to Trump was redacted. Pam Bondi's not going to be over there and going, yes, you're in the files. No, I'm politically independent. I'm going to block ban delete you because I'm not going to have your gaslighting, smear campaign, cancel culture, pedophilic ass in my stream. Long story short. Beans and cornbread. You must be you might be an Englishman over there. Beans and toast, bro. You what, mate? You taking a piss, mate? You hating on the beans and toast, mate? No, existing governments wouldn't be turned upside down. We got a lot of constitutional powers and control. I'm not worried about it. Like as long as Vance ain't implicated, the vice president takes over. The vice president takes over. The speaker the House takes over. At a certain point, so that we got our president still, and then even if it's a senator or House of Representative, the governor takes over control of that role until the people of that state, and there's a federal election re-electing these representatives into said state. Am I black? I'm white, that's for sure, but black people tell me to stay black, so whatever that means. You can ask me something as long as it ain't appropriate. No, I don't believe the propaganda. I look at the silver lining. No, I'm not challenged. You're challenged. Because you want to rape little children. Yeah, because I have a black jacket on. Like, homie, y'all can't even put... Like, dude, y'all can't even accept your Special Forces unit was murdered by Trump before you even got we even got al-Baghdadi. That's how delusional, deranged you are. That's how little you want to accept a fact. It's on video. You can go look at it yourself. It's not like you got to go through a bunch of red tape Pentagon bullshit. No, it's right there in public view for you to see. Nizzle. I'm just going to block and delete you. I don't care that the Democrats have won and flipped seats. At no point is this election going to mean we're getting the Jeffrey Epstein files released. Homie, the only way you're getting that released is by doing what I tell you, protesting. Other than that, you're on that false narrative that this election is going to change something like people have done for the last half a century. Demanding accountability for the Jeffrey Epstein files. Like, no, you got to go protest and go get ready to pick up your gun 30 days later. Especially if the protests lead to nothing. Alright, this person's getting blocked, being deleted. Smoking this morning cigarettes, yeah. Watch. Look like I've been piping. No, I don't do hardcore drugs. I'm gonna block, being delete you. No, they won't, Kathy. That's the bullshit smoke up your ass. I'm not buying it. Again, do what I tell you, or you're just gonna watch me be right again. Chris Jericho, I have no idea who this is. More things changed was. I'm telling you, it's not that hard. And I say peaceful protest because if you ain't careful, you can get in trouble for inciting a riot. And then you're in a legal bind. And it's not exactly like you've unified all of America with their Second Amendment right to keep you out of jail. There is a process here that people don't understand. Ugh. Alright, you're getting blocked, man, deleted. You're a loser. That's definitely a pedophile right there. Blocked, man, deleted. Definite pedo. Definitely touches their children and their neighbors' kids. For sure. What do I need money for? What do you need money for is the question. Not really begging. I do have it figured out. You're just mad I haven't figured it out and you don't. Oh, I'm not trying to call myself a chick. You're mad you realize you are Stan Smith and I am Francine Smith. And you suck in a crisis. Stop helping. You suck. You're making it worse. Stop. How much money do I need? I'll take how much money you can give me. How about that? Put the pie down? Bro, I love pie. Well, I don't smoke meth. Sorry, bud. Block ban deleted. Jesus Christ. These people just want a libel slander lawsuit. Be honest with you. They're back to saying I'm smoking the pipe again now. We've reverted back to maybe the first or second month of me streaming from last year. A chubby Dave Mustaine. I really don't look as big as I am. It's just because of my jacket, more than anything. That takes away a lot of my neck. Anyways. Well, again, look. I know people are tired of protesting Overwatch, but I need you to understand realistically how quick shit would get done if you get the trucks, planes, trains, boats, and farmers to go on a protest. The billions in a day, let alone trillions that'll get bled within a week of that protest will get you immediate accountability. It'll get the full release of all the files and actual accountability for these people implicated in those files and bringing justice to the victims for once and for fucking all. And the worst part is when we get through this fucking clusterfuck of a mess and have to get through the re-election, you then have to track down the fucking Jeffrey Epstein files V2. Just because you cut the head off of that snake does not mean two more did not spawn out. No, this protest will do something. No, this protest will do something. Again, this will cause America to bleed trillions. Trillions. Boats. All your GDP, already look what's happening with Iran and the Strait of Hormuz. No, 3 days. If they are running down the road, 3 days, your grocery store empty as fuck. Trains with all your coal, steel, everything else they're carrying. Planes with the same shit like the boats and cargo. Let alone people wanting to go on fucking another country or abroad. Let alone farmers. You get all of them on strike. You will have accountability within a week. And if it is not done within a week, at the end of the 30th day, no, we all go home. We all load the fuck up with our Second Amendment right, and we come the fuck back out here, and we take it back. That's when I feel you got to unify all of America. There's a lot of people who just want to go cause chaos and start shooting. You got to unify a lot of that. No, not at the same time you are pulling out guns in the Second Amendment right. Even during the protest for 30 days, you're going to have to deal with those Antifa fucking FBI, CIA jackasses that are going to be there trying to destroy the message of the protest to begin with and make it illegal. No, you have this big group over here legitimately peacefully protesting, and you got these group of looters that are making this big group look bad and getting associated with it, and then they want something done about it and they get booted out by the law because it's a small group. My nails were nasty. They're not that bad, and that's what happens when you sleep outside. And trust me, the rumor is, too, by the way, the old saying, you can trust a man with dirty nails. Don't trust a man with clean nails. Yes, Overwatch, but you got farmers. You got food. I'm not worried about it. Even if they try to play the long game, no, we got food right there. Problem solved. And you got to realize, not everyone in Hollywood, everyone that's a billionaire is implicated with the Jeffrey Epstein files and will fund you. I'll be the fuck honest with you. Y'all think you get in GTA 6 in fall. Brother, you have got another thing coming. That shit's not releasing in fall. You will not get GTA 6 until you get the Jeffrey Epstein files released and there's accountability. I'll be honest with you. It's never going to happen. Damn. I can't even breathe out my fucking nostril, dude. This fucking snot bugger just... Well-regulated militia. Yeah, I know that, but you got to unify the people. There's not many people who want to pick up their gun and have to go shoot somebody right now when there's a system or a better way we can do this. You got to push them to that point of like, fuck it, there's nothing else we can do. Yes, I got to get my gun and be a well-regulated militia and take my government back from this tyranny. Hence why I'm going that direction versus, yeah, bro, just grab your guns and let's start shooting, dog. Like, no. Because when you go through this protest, too, you begin to start to see who the fuck is who. You'll see the other people trying to go to work like everything's normal and be like, I don't care about the release of Epstein files. And you start putting them on a list and tracking them. Like, okay, yeah, there's that fucking loser that's definitely not going to help us and care about this release. I didn't steal your fentanyl. I don't do fentanyl, but block me and deleted. Billy, my name's not Billy. Block me and delete you. Name's Neville Golding, fool. What do I think about Bojangles? They kind of need to remember their place, like, financially a little bit and lower their prices. Like, homie, when you're sitting there trying to charge $10 for, like, 4 little fucking pieces of popcorn chicken, homie, you've became out of touch with reality. Other than that, I think it's pretty good. I like Bojangles. Tim Dillon? No, I have no idea who that is. No, dude, that doesn't mean anything. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? It's not pondering all day. Homie, that's like a 5-second thought. When I was thinking of like immediately way to do it. That's like yesterday when I was sitting here reading a thing from the Pentagon trying to have a deal done with somebody to be able to build a deployable shelter within 30 days for the military to take like mortars, artillery, and like the end goal is to take a ballistic missile, but like, you know, they're looking for more small arms fire and shit like that. And I was already thinking of like a deployable like steel, titanium, like tungsten with like interweavings in between these layers and metal compositures that you just slap up like a box. Albeit it's above ground, it's supposed to be underground, but like when you first get it somewhere, you can get it set up and like worry about digging your hole later. So just in case you need to run in there and stay safe, you can. I was already thinking of something else to do. That took me like 5 seconds while I'm over here trying to fucking eat my lunch. I can't even eat my lunch in peace. I'm over here working 24/7. I'm over here taking a shit. No, working. Oh yeah, I'm just out here homeless in the woods. No, I'm working. Albeit I'm talking to you, I'm thinking about something else, how to like solve something with Russia and Ukraine and get them to peace or something. Well, no, they probably have similar points of view as me. I'm copy and pasted and regurgitated, bro. Literally, people will come to this stream and try to like regurgitate shit and act like it was their own theory, and do not give any credit to my stream where they got it actually from. I'll be honest with you. It's 8:17 in the morning right now. No, Trump's not the Antichrist. I'll be honest with you. He's a servant of Satan for sure, but he's not the Antichrist. Bro, I don't know how to play guitar, so I'll just be over there just do. It probably has both with the Lightning McQueen question. I'll be honest with you. Because technically, yeah, he's a live car, so he's alive, but you also need car insurance to, like, replace a car bumper. You know, health insurance is not going to cover, like, you know, a rotor. You know what I mean? So probably both. What? Yeah, no, bro, convincing him of being the devil that's a stretch. He's a certain Satan that don't give a fuck, that's for sure. I've convinced the military he's murdered our special forces unit, and, like, dude, I'm riling him up a little bit. I'm telling you, that one's brewing as the days go on. Now, I already know the veterans are over there, like, thinking about it too, and then they think about all the defamation on my name too, and it's like he's the only one to have pointed this out too, and still keeps going. Like, whatever, monkey's tail, because then I could get, like, not Final Fantasy, well, maybe Final Fantasy 9, but I meant to say Dragon Ball vibes going. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a Saiyan, I got a monkey tail, woo! No, I don't miss the old days of that. That's how you lead into a Jeffrey Epstein situation of don't ask, don't tell. No, you see something, say something. Because usually whatever you see is an operational security hazard, you know what I mean? So you have to say something. Like, I don't care if I was a private walking around on base, like, albeit if I see you as a special operator there, no, you failed. I ain't supposed to know you're on base. I found you. I know you're there now. You know what I mean? Nope. Pack it up, go home, boy. Because in reality, when special forces operators go to base, you don't know they're there. In any way, shape, or form. No, I'm not in the military, but I come from a very heavy military family, and I watch a lot of veteran content and listen to a lot of veterans who've served the military. So I know all the bullshit. And even if I was in the military, I'm not going to tell you. The Kirk conspiracy, that one's because dead ass, like, I was a little nervous to go streaming, like, those days afterwards and everything else myself, because you got to realize I'm a political podcaster as well and talk politics with people and got a very polarizing opinion, but I do feel like he was assassinated for sure. I do not feel like Tyler Robinson was the shooter, because unfortunately there was people in my stream, like, talking about the gun wrapped in a blanket in the woods before it was even public knowledge. And then I saw a recent clip it, taking it with a grain of salt how true it is, a recent clip it with, like, Joe Rogan and, like, a guest he had on talking about a drone shooting him in the neck. Because Joe Rogan brings up a good point. He was shot in the neck with a .308, allegedly. There's no exit wound on his neck. Like, half his neck would have been gone. But he gets a little hole right here. That's not like, even a 9mm exit wound in your neck, like a 22 probably is where it's may or may not have an exit wound. Like, when I saw that clip and other things, like, because, like, and when you see, like, where the footage they catch him on, where they're like, oh, he's over there, like, they would have saw him walking up with the gun, and they're right behind Charlie Kirk, because with the camera they allegedly caught Tyler Robinson standing up and running off the roof, those people watched him get over there and lay down on the roof, and have cameras that can zoom in and see the gun in his hands. They could have leaned over the railing where the tent's right below them and been like, there's a dude with a gun over there. Like, it don't add up. And then he had a ladder to get up the fucking thing, and then he jumps off, but then he allegedly walked up the stairs and was caught on surveillance footage walking up the stairs, but he climbed up a ladder. Like, the evidence they were throwing out was not making any fucking sense. And then, you know, Erica Kirk's over here getting divorced with him like a few days prior before he's killed. Have I ever shot anything with a .308 rifle? Yes. Trust me, it puts a fucking hole in them. I've shot shit with a 7.62 as well. Full Metal Jacket. It puts a hole in you, big boy. I want to like leave a fucking pumpkin hole in you. I'll use a hollow point. Who cares? Wait, no it doesn't. You're going to sit here and tell me a .308 will not put a hole in you. Practically the round that goes in the Scar H, mind you. Or the Scar L. Not the heavy. You're getting shot with a bullet that goes in a Scar, mind you. Or from like a 30-30 rifle. It's putting a hole in you, big boy. The only thing that's going to like cause a entrance wound and maybe not an exit wound is a .22 shell. That's it. My info comes from veterans and gun experts, bro, that shoot ballistic dummies on their YouTube. A .308 is going to it'll blow your head off. If you were to get shot here, no, you're gone. You might have your lower jaw and like a little bit of your nose left. All this gone. The 9mm a little bit just because of your neck. I don't know how thick Charlie's neck is and everything else, but it's usually got enough power to cause an exit wound. Even if you kind of get shot like in your stomach and shit, usually it has enough to almost come out. Because he didn't have body armor on and all that. Show me. I don't have guns out here. Dude, somebody was assassinated in front of you in live television. Like, and this is, like, I'm a bullet you because I'm not going to deal with this smear campaign, cancel culture, gaslighting bullshit. That's just going to piss me off. Because we're talking about Charlie Kirk right now, and then I'm going to go back to the al-Baghdadi raid where our special forces unit was murdered. And then you're going to say who cares there as well. So, like, it's an issue. Like, I'm not even going to deal with the cancel culture right now. Charlie has the strongest neck. I mean, all that talking he does and all that debating, bro. I'm pretty sure he had some strong neck muscles. He was shot, no, but he was allegedly shot with a .308. Homie, it doesn't matter if you have hollow points in a 9mm, you'll leave like golf ball size holes in somebody. I'm telling you this. That's why you mix it with like Full Metal Jacket, hollow point, regular Full Metal Jacket, hollow point. No, because you're busting through their armor and then the fucking hollow point's going through that same shot and boosh. Like, no. You mix it, and you got a trace around there occasionally. Some do it every third or like their first round or after every fourth. Depends how you load your clip. This dude was shot with a regular .308 allegedly. The only issue I had with Charlie is when he became a part of the Trump administration, he kind of fell silent on the Jeffrey Epstein files. That was my only issue with him. Other than that, it was very hard for me to disagree with him politically. It would be more or less me nitpicking him on like a straw man or like a cherry picking. I have a more vast point that he briefly brings up, but he's really trying to explain something else, so I can't really call him out on it. Because he was really talking about something else, and it'd be like cherry picking a quick little explanation into something he really wasn't trying to explain yet. But yeah, there's definitely something else going on there. I don't look like Jack Black. Anyways. The Epstein experience, I don't want to know what that is. Pass. I'll be honest with you, I don't know why anyone on that island, when they saw what was going on, didn't take a knife out and start stabbing the fuck out of people. Erica has the mark of the whore. Oh, yeah, you know, she's so upset. She's coming out the fireworks and everything else and bedazzled and, you know, going for the Oscar-winning a performance for crying. My favorite drug and worst drug. I don't really have, like, a worst drug. As far as I ever go is alcohol and weed. That's it. Maybe cigarettes is probably the worst thing I do. Yeah, I've seen that, like, clip it of them talking about that. I feel there's something else going on there, and it's like, yeah, you know, everything's a conspiracy till it's proven right. But, like, no, I feel something else did happen there. But because the whole drone theory I have an issue with is with everyone recording, how did someone not pick it up on their footage? You know what I mean? Albeit I know drones move fast, you would kind of hear that of it flying in and pow! Oh yeah, I know Overwatch. Yeah, Zip, we're not here to promote the Jeffrey Epstein experience. I'm about to block Bandit Leeches because he's like, you're trying to like promote it in a weird, sick way. No, it's not TDS in this comments. Like, yeah, it is TDS, but it's coming from the actual, like, Trump supporters. You're so deranged, you can't see the facts about your person you support. Like, you'd literally give up your children for him to put in a smoothie right now. I'd be honest with you. That's how, like, committed some of y'all are to this dude. And that's the point I'm trying to get across to my stream. Like, no, there is a group of people in this country, no, that really want to do that. Trump supporters stalk me all the time, and I got Democratic supporters that stalk me all the time, too. It happens. Trump's not a goat. He's a loser. You're getting blocked, banned, deleted. Dude, honest to God, I want to see Trump's head explode on camera. I'll be honest with you. He needs to go to prison for the Jeffrey Epstein files and be impeached out of office. Long story short, there needs to be accountability. Like, he's gonna die a lethal injection anyways because he assassinated our special forces unit before they got out of Baghdadi. Like, he's dying either way. Trump's probably a servant of Satan. I wouldn't call him the Antichrist. No, he was not better than any other option. He could. The Jews are more a slave to Trump right now. No, Trump ain't doing shit. I'm doing everything. He's just parroting me and ruining everything. Yeah, I know he won't face the people. It's too risky. Because literally, like, with me, like, getting rid of the illegal immigrants, that was my plan. But I also want to arrest the Crips, Bloods, MS-13, Hells Angels, Mafia, Ku Klux Klan, Latin Kings, the cartels here in America, before I went anywhere internationally. I was going El Salvador in this bitch, but he just wanted to focus on the illegals. Do what? Well, I am homeless. And, dude, I say this shit all the time. They don't really care. They're kind of waiting for it to happen, honestly. Like, thank God, finally. No, I am worried about Trump. Yeah, I stream all the time anyways. This is my job. Like... Their power grip they have on me is waning because I'm telling you, our special forces unit was murdered before they got out of Baghdadi. And there's enough people I've put that in front of to where that's factual and they're spreading the word. It's over. I'm not worried about the Secret Service. Because a lot of them can see that and go, dude, why am I defending this president right now? You know what I mean? They start to look, that hand starts to itch to grab that pistol when he gets running off at the mouth that y'all don't hear about. You know what I mean? Yeah, keep talking, like, BAM! Secret Service agent assassinates Trump. Like, they itching a little bit. I'll be honest with you. No, you need to get on your meds, bud. See, like, dude, what goes around comes around. I can't wait to watch y'all, like, mindless zombies walking around in an insane asylum, bro. Over there. Yeah. Maybe not. Why should you trust me about this? Because all I speak is facts. Oh, I know. Bro, that's why I know shit. And people hate that I know shit. You'll collect firewood? Well, you can't really make a fire right now in North Carolina. There's a burn ban right now. You can't. It's too dry. Yeah, I know, Miguel. I know, and I think about that 300 years from now in the future of America. 300 years from now, will the generations look back at this point in time in history and be like, what the fuck was wrong with these people? Like, why didn't they do anything and what took them so fucking long? Yeah, there's a burn ban in North Carolina right now. It was put in effect at 6 o'clock last night. Like, it rained here a little bit like the day before, but it rained for like 30 minutes and that's it. And I don't think it rained everywhere. Get this information from the literal body raid. Never mind Sean Ryan, who is a fucking ex-Navy SEAL CIA agent, having the MQ-9 a drone operator on his show 2 years ago, talking about it. Identifying the people walking up to that compound were a special forces unit, Delta Force. They just cut it before the bomb goes off on them on the show. You watch the original Pentagon footage, no, they get blown out of existence. Homie, y'all are 7 years late to those people being dead as fuck, bro. And murdered. No one else was there to call it out but me as well. Trust me, if it was anybody else, that would have been solved and handled. But it's coming from me. And no, nobody wants me to have a platform. That takes me to the podium to talk. More than anything. So all the fucking cancel culture, smear campaign, gaslighting coming from the Trump administration, it's gone. It gets his fucking head chopped off. No, it's not a speculating. You have the footage from almost 7 years ago there. They had a guest that was in the operation flying the MQ-9 Reaper drone, monitoring the Special Forces unit before they go into the al-Baghdadi raid. Like, yeah, you're just getting blocked and deleted because you're a troll. That's never going to amount to anything in your life. So, block man, delete this fucker. Hold up. Let me get rid of all these deranged Trump fanatics here that want to rape little children out of my channel. I got to block man, delete them. Hillary should be tried for deleting evidence. They found a deleted email back in 2018. If you go to like the FBI investigation reports, they released one like in 2018 where they found like, they initially found one, but I think they found like at least a dozen deleted emails. And she needs to be tried right off of that. But they never did anything. That was back in 2018. I was just talking about the al-Baghdadi raid. And it was about to get sucked into like cancel culture, gaslighting, smear campaign, troll losers that are pedophiles. So I had to block me and delete them. That's all that was happening. No. I know there was thousands deleted. But in the FBI report back in 2018, I'm sure they've done another investigation on it. But the one that was released in 2018, they found over a dozen that were deleted. Albeit, yes, there were thousands on that server. They were able to recover like a few dozen. Is what I was trying to say. I know there's thousands. Like, quit trying to like cherry pick on a point. I would make more than I did if I can. Like, I'm slowly but surely breaking away from the cancel culture gaslighting smear campaign on my name that's been getting me demonetized and everything else. So I can't give you an accurate answer. Back in the day, I was making pretty decent money. I'd be honest with you, if I wasn't going through that since last May, I'd be the fuck out of homelessness right now. Someone dying today? Yeah, there's a good chance, Keith. Someone's dying today. Spring is springing. I mean, yeah, spring's being spring. That's what it does. Yep. Jesus is king. I am the Yahweh, baby. And then, hey, how you doing? But yeah, the PSYOP works that well when y'all are that late. That is true, though. Seriously. You can go to Voice of America, look at the Pentagon footage that they released. I'm telling you, the first minute, as soon as I saw that footage released when it first came out and they were reporting on it, I was immediately bitching about it. No, that was a Special Forces unit dying. So I even went to Google and shit to clarify this. I was like, does ISIS use attack dogs? ISIS has never been known for using attack dogs. Culturally, they don't like dogs. Okay. There's not enough cows to feed us? Yes, there's enough cows to feed us. You realize how much meat comes from one cow? You should go watch that YouTube video where that guy's promoting his meat business. And he's like, this is all the cuts from a cow. And dude, it's like a fucking roundhouse table of food that would feed you for the next 6 months. How'd my teeth come out? From piss poor dental hygiene, long story short, when I was younger. And then being out here homeless the last years has not helped, let alone the years prior to that. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a cool story where it's like, dude, I was about to do a 1440 front flip, and no, I slammed straight face first in the stairs and lost them all. No. No, I just didn't brush my teeth. Because I'm too busy over having to read fucking 500 pages of legislation all goddamn day. And put out this fire and that fire Trump's trying to start. He did not eat a whole cow by himself. I'll be honest with you. A 96 porterhouse steak is not a whole cow. That's a very, small piece of the entire cow, I'll be honest with you. Is it too far gone? Yeah, it's too far gone. And I don't mean the essence of Iran really wanting peace. No, it's too far gone in the essence of Trump not wanting accountability for the Jeffrey Epstein files. That's where it's at. Because other than that, we had peace with Iran and everything else, a New Deal and all that shit. But this is where we're at. Yeah, I don't believe that. That's a lie. Your stomach literally would explode. You can't eat that much food. There's no way you can put a fucking 2,000-pound cow down. You'd literally die. Or begin throwing up before you ate it all. There's no... What do I think of Bojangles? I already told you, Bojangles is kind of okay. They're just really overpriced. Yeah, I don't need to see an AI video, bro. I'll pass. Anyways, Black Man deleted. I don't need bullshit lies on my channel. But yeah, Bojangles. It's okay, but they're overpriced. At a certain point, you should not have popcorn chicken like that size and only have 4 pieces in it and then expect, somebody to pay $10 for that shit. How am I doing? I'm hanging in there. Taking it day by day. Again, growing the independent, growing my stream, becoming more financially independent. Trying to get accountability for the Jeffrey Epstein files and lead people in the correct direction that way. And then still get accountability for our special forces unit that was murdered before they got al-Baghdadi. Greasy cheese Bojangles biscuit. This ain't really honest with you. Biscuitville's biscuits are a little bit more flaky. It's just kind of annoying when you bite into something and it just... China number 1. Yeah, I know. I make that joke all the time because they technically are number 1. People just don't realize that yet. It's more of a joke. People get offended when I say that, though. Especially on Veterans Day, just to fuck with them. China number 1! Nah, I see you over there doing lifts. There you go. Use the anger, bitch. Bojangles versus Biscuitville. Well, country ham, biscuit, and hash brown wise, no, but Biscuitville's better. You'll never beat Biscuitville's hash browns. McDonald's is a close runner-up to Biscuitville hash browns. I appreciate it. Every little bit helps. I appreciate it. But chicken biscuit wise, yeah, I'll give it to Bojangles. It's their Cajun filet biscuit. Why am I not working? I'm at work right now. You're getting Black Man deleted. Do I support free speech? Yes. But there's a difference between free speech and defamatory speech. And misinformation. Yeah, I know, right? R2, 3, and I. Who's backing Epstein? The United States of America, the facilitator of it all. You people keep getting distracted by the Jews and fail to realize the CIA created the Mossad. And albeit these people are Jewish, what country are they living in? America, under American jurisdiction. And then you got to remember the Jack Texer era leaked files, where we know Putin's when he's picking his nose, we know when Xi Jinping's sleeping, and we know when Kim Jong-un's taking a shit. At what point do you think Benjamin Netanyahu has got the United States of America by the curly hairs? When we just kidnapped Maduro and assassinated Khamenei, at what point can I not do that to Benjamin Netanyahu when I go over there for a diplomatic meeting and it just turns south on them sideways in 30 minutes while I'm there and kidnap Benjamin Netanyahu? At no point are the Jews in control of anything right now. You need to understand the difference here. Do I have bed bugs? I mean, I have ants that crawl around through my tent sometimes. Schizophrenia is real. Yeah, for some people, I guess, Cornage. It's for blackmail purposes and sick, literal intentions. Netanyahu's not untouchable. At what point think a world leader's untouchable when I can go meet them for diplomacy and they'll literally be across the table from me like this? What stops me from pulling out gun and killing your security, knocking you the fuck out and going into the Blackhawk and off we go? Gone. We're gone. You're none the wiser to what the fuck just happened either. No one's been made alert. I know all your security protocols. Like, no, at what point do you think the Jews are in control? You're delusional. We literally went into Venezuela for less than 30 minutes, kidnapped Maduro, and extracted. Like, no. Dude, you're a joke. Please shut the fuck up and stop the Jews for every fucking thing. I'm so tired of the goddamn scapegoat. CIA over here fucking laughing their fucking ass off. Like, we created the Mossad. It's like the Transformers scene. We built the goddamn ship. What do you mean? No, we extracted here. We built it. It's like dealing with your little brother at that point. Just put your hand on the fucking forehead while they just... You know what I mean? No, because you're not understanding. Again, let me say this slower for you because you're tactically inept. Okay? Again, going into Venezuela. Yes, we did attack and everything else. No, I can sit across the table from Benjamin Netanyahu and nobody's in the room. Nobody's in the room. I can get up and knock him the fuck out. Dexter Morgan and put him right to sleep with a fucking shot to his neck. So he can't alert security. And take him out. Literally. Skyhook out if I got to. No, I can extract with him. No, dude, okay, look, I'm gonna block ban delete you because you're spreading propaganda on Israel and it's really getting old. And I'm not ginger. I got blonde hair, you dumb bitch. I don't know what these people are babbling about schizophrenia for, but anyways. And I gotta block man delete these people. And I wouldn't say what we're doing in the Middle East is good for Israel either. Block man delete this person as well. Yeah, see, look, here's me pointing out the CIA right here, and this is why all the trolls are coming in. I'm talking too much about true shit, and they don't like it. I'm not a literal failure in life. You're the literal failure that doesn't even realize our special forces unit was murdered 7 years ago. I'm the only one to have recognized that. Shut your bitch ass up, please. Bull, smack him in the back of the head for me today, please. I swear to God. Because I would track these people down and do it my goddamn self. Do you want me? Do I want you to buy me food? You can buy me food if you want to buy me food out of the kindness of your heart. I'm not forcing you to do shit. You're literally putting XX as a face and calling me a loser. You're retarded. You're just block ban deleted. Morning, fat tired. Morning, baby. Morning, buddy. It's my fed the turds. Why am I the way I am? Like, bro, you about to make me sound like Jeremy Renner from fucking Hurt Locker. I don't know, TJ. I don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with my dad and the fucked up shit my dad had to deal with growing up. There was a fun time that's not really in the history books that I can't really talk about, to be honest with you. Albeit it never said classified what I read on it, but when I go to Google and search it up, it didn't happen, allegedly, but I read the file of it happening. Somebody fucked up. Alright, black man delete you. What do I do all day? I'm a political podcaster, bro. And then I'm kind of like a monetized YouTuber where I just talk about anything A through Z, whether it's movies, music, streams, or entertainment, religion, politics. Yes, I'm in a tent. Yeah, no one cares about you, Cody, that's for sure. Anyways, block man deleted. BS, blaming others for being at. No, I'm not inbred, but block man deleted. No, dude, you literally sit around all day waiting for me to go live to make defamatory content about me to make me look bad, and then like spew lies on my name. Oh my god, look at all these trolls. Did I go to the No Kings rally yesterday? No. Did I sleep well? Yeah. I want to go back to sleep. I had a dream I was with Sid the Sinister. And no, I wasn't doing anything sexual with her. But I was laying in bed watching a movie. And then she was over there playing on the computer. And then I had my cat, my cat that is dead now, was in the closet, and I was petting on it. I was like, hey, kitty. Well, you ain't smelling me. You'd smell cigarette smoke. That might be your own breath, buddy. Shit under your nose from you fucking having your nose up my... You're not even a man. You can't even survive out here in nature. Just shut up. Theo Vaughn, if he wasn't a retarded hick. Okay, that's just offensive. I'm just gonna block man and delete that. No. I'm in North Carolina, bro. I've been here my entire life, born and raised. I'm out in Alamance County right now. I'm clicking out. I don't know what the fuck that means, so I'm gonna block man and delete you. Go outside. You'll find the answer for yourself. Me explaining it to you, it won't do it justice. Oh, glitching? I got you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I'm breaking loose of their fucking control. Oh, it is. That's what they don't like. How old am I? I'm 32. I'll be 33 in 7 months. Because I'm trying to still be like a technical civilized member of society. At no point am I trying to homestead in the middle of the city in the woods. You know what I mean? No, I'm not too poor to be inside. I'm just being demonetized and canceled for the last year, which affected all my money, or I'd be the fuck out of homelessness by now. And then it wouldn't be, oh, you're just some homeless guy in a tent. What can you say? Because I got a house and a car. That gives me a right to talk on this. Like, no, you're fucking retarded. Shut up. I do have a way to shower. Well, yeah, I'm not a traveling dirty kid. I sit in one spot, bro. Anyways, block man deleted. What am I most concerned about now at this moment? The accountability and the full release of the Jeffrey Epstein files, the acknowledgement and accountability for the Special Forces unit that was murdered before they got out of Baghdadi. That's the key to right now that I'm majorly concerned with, and the rest all fall behind it. Saying offensive slurs. No, that's not why I'm getting demonetized. I get demonetized because y'all are a bunch of snowflake pussies that don't like the truth. They want to think you can keep acting like this is YouTube and it's a rompus room because all the other influencers allowed this illicit, illegal, terrible behavior that leads to people killing themselves like Michaela Raines. Like, no, daddy's home and I'm punishing you. You're going to grow the fuck up. Yeah, you're going to stop honking your horn back there. I'll track your fucking pedophilic ass because you need to be protesting, not driving an 18-wheeler truck right now. Pedophile. Shut the fuck up. You a bitch. Put you in the goddamn dirt, too. People do stop that. They have money. This dude's a person. The rest of us. You don't have to spare in my chat, Jerry. I can see y'all. I'm trying to read through all your messages. They're all kind of the same. I'm always angry. Not a nut. You're just a loser. Block man deleted. Well, I'm not a Marine, but good morning. The projection on this guy is unreal. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I get people spread so much bullshit. I'm not begging for money. Anyways, block ban deleted. Yeah, I know. I get that a lot, Swanky. It's either that or Kurt Cobain. The temperature is probably like 40 degrees out right now. No, I'm not going to check out your music. Block ban deleted. Must have been an Eastern baby, possibly. Maybe so. You caught me. Do I support Palestine? Yeah, I support Palestine. Nelly, you are the idiot. That's probably Nelly wanting to piss on little children in there. Oh my God, there's just so many messages coming. I'm trying to read everything. It's kind of hard. Whoops. Accusing random. No. Anyways, block being deleted. It's this gaslighting. No, I'm not gonna watch my fucking mouth with you. Y'all, all right, look, I'll go ahead and tell you the solution. Look, you want accountability for the Jeffrey Epstein files? Look, again, for the trillionth goddamn time, you need the truckers, boats, trains, planes, and farmers to all protest, with even the people who work at McDonald's, Walmart, Amazon, everybody. You need all these people to protest. You would cause America to bleed trillions of dollars within a week, and it would cause them to bend the knee to get accountability and the full release of the Jeffrey Epstein files. Problem solved. If you don't want to do that, you support pedophilia. Long story short. Right now, I'm Elron, and I'm dealing with Islador right now. And we're in the middle of the mountain, and you're over there looking at the ring, not wanting to cast it into the fire anymore. Like, no, it's became a problem. You're starting to become a problem, and part of the problem. All right, hold up. I'm gonna have to, delay y'all for a bit here. Y'all talking way too much and spamming way too much. Give me a second so I can catch up with all this shit. Okay. Because I gotta get rid of a bunch of fucking troll bullshit in here, too. Okay, you love me anyways. Well, I appreciate that. You be getting patted down. I don't know who the fuck they're referring to on that one. Someone block me and delete that. Block me and delete that one. Find some peace today, dude. Oh, I always have peace. Wait, what? I'll hit show on that one. Block you. Block and delete this one. Block and delete that loser. I just don't like your name. Block and delete you. I don't even know what the fuck that even means. Does my bra support my boobs? Trump is a PETA. Yep, I can get you on that one. Block me and delete that. Heard C, what? Not really upset. You know, I'm making grandeur assumptions that I'm really upset right now. That's just comments for fun. Maybe better. What would you like to do for fun? I have no idea, PX. But anyways, block and deleted. Do I vape? Yes, I vape. Lucas Dave Mustaine. Yeah, that's why I made the Kurt Cobain comment. I get that one too. Favorite fun thing to do? Handle politics, PX. I'm a weird individual. What cigarettes am I smoking? Lucky Strike. You had a heart attack at 37. Well, that's unfortunate. Dude, I've never served in the military. I'm a civilian. I say this all the time, and even if I did serve, I wouldn't tell you. But I've not served. I'm a civilian, legitimately. No, we'll get the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files. Yeah, I know, Nico. It's kind of weird. I'll be honest with you. Again, OG, Cranberry. Bro, I'm a civilian, dog. No, the file will be released if you do what I tell you to do. It's the point of the fact you don't want to do what I told you to do. If you ever make it with me, to be your boss, and you have to do what I tell you to do, or I would just tell you to clock out and go home. I don't need you. And pick up your slack you're already causing. Yeah, Damien, there's a lot of people implicated. I'm going to take the 5-minute wait off. I'm just trying to catch up with everybody in the chat so no one feels ignored. Yeah, I was banned for 2 weeks there. I've been unbanned for a couple days, and then allegedly there's people like Spiderweb in my stream trying to steal donations and viewers and everything else from me. I got you, no worries. The donation information is up there if you want to donate out of the kindness of your heart. So that way I can answer all your questions and I have to stop and be like, you know, spell this all out and all that shit. Nails and some wood, build your house. Yeah, if I had property. No. That's just offensive. I mean, I don't see the resemblance to the Kurt Cobain either, but like people say it all the time. But yeah. Anyways, I've kind of caught up with everything in the chat, so let me take this off. Seconds, so let's take it off. Display off. Oh my god. We'll do 300 again, I guess. There we go. We'll do that. There we go. Got that off. Nothing much, just try to keep up with all the fucking chat. Because like it started getting to a point where there was a shit ton of trolls coming in and spamming a bunch of troll shit, so I couldn't really read all the like the genuine questions. But other than that, oh yeah, Jesus Christ bless me every day, Wolf. And then later, and just growing my monetized stream, become more financially independent, pushing people in the correct direction for accountability for the Jeffrey Epstein files, and then trying to get accountability for my special forces unit that was murdered before they got al-Baghdadi. Was I in the? No, I was not in The Mask. I don't even know what show, like, what you're even referring to. Like, what? Ugh. Because I think I caught everything. Unless there's something weird glitched out with like all messages and top messages. I want to say I found everything. Yeah, it is mine. Am I not a United States of American citizen that pays taxes, that pays for that equipment, and paid for your training? No, that is my Special Forces unit. Plus, I want to be president. That's my Special Forces unit. I don't have to pay taxes. You can fund that shit yourself. Good luck. Nah, bitch, you do what I tell you to do. Sorry, bud. That's what happens when you take an oath. Don't be Pippin now. No, you're in service of the Sword now. That's what you did. Like, no, you're working under pedophiles and fighting and defending pedophiles right now in your government. Like, homie, I don't want to pay you taxes. I don't want to fund your bullets and body armor right now. Because you may turn against me. I don't need to fund my downfall. Like, no thank you. Jay? Who the fuck is Jay? Anyways, block ban deleted. My name's Matthew Neville Golding. Like, bro, get my goddamn name right. I had to go Heisenberg on you. Say my name. You're goddamn right. Oh, and for a clarification for anyone new, when I say goddamn, albeit yesterday I said I was going to let you just be a buffoon. I say God, comma, damn it, comma. And at no point am I saying God, damn whatever I'm saying damn it to. It's just God's going to hear their name. God's going to look over and see me going, damn it. And at no point am I telling God to curse it. It's just me going, damn it, I don't know what to do with this. I need help. At no point am I condemning the Lord. Oh, what the hell am I going to blame God for? What the hell's God done to me? Besides giving me life and everything else I fucking wanted. My name is Matthew. You don't know me. Anyways, block ban deleted. Seth Rogen and Garth from Wayne's World, son. Yeah, no. Anyways, trolls. Yeah, whatever. Got me to this point doing the right thing. Yeah, I appreciate it. I usually have it tucked back in a ponytail. But when I sleep and have my hood up, it pops the ponytail out and it just fall back out. Long story short, doing the right thing. You know, I don't cross-contaminate food in my restaurants. So, like, I change my gloves, wash my hands. You know what I mean? I've watched people not do that and touch raw meat, literally come back from the bathroom, not wash their hands. You know, that's acceptable. But I'll lose my job for calling those people out. And then, like, the weigh station in my area was closed for nearly a year. So I made a Facebook post about it being closed. It opened up the next day. Well, I told a state trooper to go do their fucking job. They didn't like that. They arrested me for resistive truck delay. And I practically work everywhere in my town where I'm at, so. And then I've been going through, like, insane cancel culture, smear campaigning, and gaslight and demonetization on my stream for almost the last year since May, or I'd be the fuck out of homelessness. I'd have been out of homelessness 6 months ago. But people would rather have that, the cancel culture gaslighting tactic of, you're a homeless dude out in a tent. You can't talk about this. You have no say. Albeit this motherfucker's eating ramen all day, every day, and stealing food from work just to survive. Like, homie, you can go to prison. For willful food tampering, first off. Second, theft from your restaurant. Like, I'd be careful with the stones in your glass house you throw. No, I don't tuck my twigs and berries back. I'm not a trans female, dog. I swear there was something that happened like generationally after the millennials. Like in sociology level, like your algorithm and everything was different. Your cartoons were different. Like they were like pumping you full of bullshit or something. Cause y'all are just like retarded. Same for the old people. It was too much of them like sitting in their parents' shadows, like with the current leaders at hand. No, they just sat in their parents' shadow and paid to win to get their position in life. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Well, you have good luck. Okay, well, your block been deleted. Anyways. Well, this may or may not be true, okay, man? If you want to take it personally, you might start falling into that category. That was a generalization statement of people that have came through the stream. If you want to take it personal and wear the shoe, again, you're starting to lean to that direction. Did I have a cat? Not out here with me, but yeah, I had a cat. I've had several cats. I've raised several cats. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, my own generation, millennials, they're lazy as fuck, too. Like, literally, my generation, no, they either got pregnant or went to college, and when they went to college, they thought they were some, like, clandestine, like, professor. When in reality, like, no, they just suck at life. That, or they got, like, addicted to drugs while they were in college, one of the two, and, like, threw away their life. And then they're, like, demanding student loan debt forgiveness. Like, homie, no one forced you to go to college. Oh, living in Thailand? I got you. Thought you remembered me? How do you remember me? What bullshit way do you remember me? You actually remember me from my streams? Or are you going to be like, oh, you did this bullshit? Like, what's the lie? I'm curious. Why did my chat get quiet? No, I didn't have a cat out with me while I was here homeless. I've had cats when I've had a house. No, I'm not that. Okay, yeah, you're getting block ban deleted. Yep, there. I see the game you're trying to play. Anyways, block ban deleted. No, that's not me. Can't even listen correctly. God, the cancel culture smear campaign gaslighters are so annoying, bro. I'm telling you, like they've jumped up to the fucking wood chipper list with the racists, and like the pedophiles are first. It's the racists, and then it's the trolls. I'll be honest with you, you gotta get eliminated from. You have kids, and the behavior you're acting is imprinting on your kids, and this is how your kids are gonna act. And like, I don't need that in society. I'll be honest with you. Like, I might be able to save your kid before it's too late, but like it may be too late and they gotta go too. Because y'all are just like on a mental decline here in the States, bro, and it's just sad. Like, it is time for you to grow up, okay? It's time for you to grow up. It's time to accept I was right about our special forces unit being assassinated. It's time to get over that grandeur delusion of like grandeur fame from some absolutely terrible, because the only one to report on it was the homeless. Like, I could hear that special forces unit now if they were alive in front of me yelling at y'all on my stream. No, the only dude who gave a fuck about me, y'all make fun of, call a drunkard, faggot, homeless loser, and all this other fucking bullshit, was the only one to care. My own brothers in arms, commanding officers, did not give a shit. But this guy, dude, they'd come back from the grave and kill you. You need to see where you fucking actually sit and be realistic about that situation. And seriously, sit down and shut the fuck up. You want to come in here and have an intellectual, kind, respectful conversation with each other and discuss political points, we can do that. But until you grow the fuck up, that ain't gonna happen. How's the weather? It's doing all right out here. It was a little chilly last night. But it gets warm in the middle of the day anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's typical spring weather for March. It's going to be this way in April too. And kind of into May. By June is when it'll be really hardcore, like 90s and maybe 70, 80s for the low. When it's dark out. Other than that, hopefully through it, it stays true for the last few years I've been out here homeless. Like April and May are just like it is in March right now. Like it usually does every year. I'm not saying it won't get up to 80s and 90s during the day, but at night it'll get down to like the 50s and 40s still. It'll still stay cool at night. Is the winter bad? It can be, but I'm used to being out here without a fire. Like the coldest night I've ever went out here without a fire, and I've went out of fire with pretty much every night until recently when I was making food and shit, making myself food out here. But even then, the fire would be away from my camp, and it wouldn't do me any good. But the coldest I've ever been out here is negative 30. With no fire, with 20-mile-an-hour winds whipping. Legitimately, I could train, people that are greenhorns in the military to survive in, Arctic weather. Let alone heat wave weather. That Category 5 hurricane, you don't have to worry about moving from our post, boy. No, we're going to be fine and dry here. You'll be amazed. I don't care about that hurricane coming. No, you can't move. I'm not talking about somebody who's already been through training and learned all that shit. They already know how to do that. I'm talking about somebody that's a greenhorn. Over here. I don't know, boss. That's a Category 5 hurricane. We should move. Nope, you'll be fine. Shut up. Nothing much. Am I drunk? No. I need to be drunk. So I calm down. Because no, that's why I get so fucking mad. Y'all over here still playing games, and no, if these people could come back alive today, homie, they're going to kill you. Because again, no, the only dude to care about me is the label of y'all put on me, whatever the fuck it may be. Now, this person, no, you've decided you actively get in the way of, that it's trying to avenge and bring accountability to my death and peace of mind to my family too, nonetheless. No, y'all are out here making fun of that guy. No, you're in trouble. No one else on SEAL teams, no one else in Delta Force, none of the commanding officers, not a cop, not even you. No. The closest acknowledgement I ever got to it was Sean Ryan having the MQ-9 operator drone on there when he made a video about it 2 years ago. That was the stepping stone. All you had to do is allow the one extra frame to play before they cut it off and the bomb drops on them. But you people can't even remember the raid footage from 7 years ago. Or it should have already cognitively clicked in your brain when you saw that no, that was our special forces unit that got blown up. I remember a bomb blowing those people up. Big trouble and you don't even know it. Yeah. Because you got to remember, Jeffrey Epstein was a co-financier of ISIS. Who attacked Abbeygate? ISIS-K. Who's been doing the recent terrorist attacks in America? ISIS affiliates. Where's ISIS growing? Africa. Bro, Israel's been at war with like all the terrorists funded by Iran for the last 4 years, damn near. You've not seen one Hamas, Houthi, Hezbollah, or Iranian direct like terrorist group on the streets of America. It's all ISIS. How you've not put this together? And then when we had the 20 years on the global war on terror, what were all the terrorist attacks happening around the world? ISIS. You don't have Houthi, Hezbollah, and Hamas attacks on the streets of America right now. Even when Israel was at war with them, we were helped defend them in the Red Sea. No. There is a bigger game going on here, and y'all are definitely asleep. You're definitely not woke. And the funniest thing about being woke is fighting for an injustice. And if you go woke, you go broke. Look at your economy and your bank account right now, because you went woke thinking there was injustice done to Trump. Look at the state of your country now. I'll use their own slogans against them. You went woke and you went broke. What am I going to do about it? I'm trying to convince the people right now that boats, trains, planes, farmers, and truckers to all protest for the release and accountability of the Jeffrey Epstein files. For about 7 to 30 days max. After 30 days, we all go home, we all get our Second Amendment right, we load up, and we overthrow the tyrannical government and get accountability for the Jeffrey Epstein files. Long story short. Because while we're over there protesting for the 7 to 30 days, you get to figure and weed out the fucking FBI and CIA undercover agents within there trying to disrupt the protests and make us look like irrational protesters. Because in reality, no, we're just over there like barbecuing and grilling and, big signs of release the Jeffrey Epstein files, all of them, we want accountability type shit. Other than that, we're over there barbecuing, throwing baseball around, playing baseball, football, reuniting the entire American community back together and just pushing off the government's bullshit and psyop, divisional game they're doing and dividing people. And we sit there for 7 to 30 days because at the end of the 30 day, we've made America bleed like $20 trillion and they still don't want to give us accountability and everything else. No, that's when we all as a group can get together, get our Second Amendment right, and we already got these other people on the list that have been trying to act out and ruin our protests. We handle those people as much as the government. And then problem solved. Yeah, people aren't going to do it here because they really want to fuck little kids. They're really secretly pedophiles, and their white knight facade is fading. Again, in the next 6 months to a year, if you don't do what I'm telling you to do now, within the next 6 months to a year, no, you'll have Diddy rape child parties. No, your neighbors will be inviting their kids over and all that shit, and they'll be fucking their kids. In the neighborhood. It'll be a weird community shift. That's the direction y'all are going in. And then Trump will get a third term in office. That's what's happening. And then you're going to have a grand defection from the United States of America and people not wanting to live in this country anymore. And then that'll put Russia and China and whoever else these countries these people defect to up into a better military state and prowess. Right up my alley? No, I'm not a pedophile, dog. Sorry. No, I'm not unmedicated. No, this is just reality. Anyways, your block ban deleted. No, it's just you. Again, this is how you're going to act when I'm president of the United States of America. I can already tell. You're a child. And you're not going to make it. Your country's literally falling apart. I'm literally the hive mind of the United States of America. And how you've not got that yet is beyond me, and you want to keep going down this path, you won't have a country much longer. Call me, I'll just take my intellect to Russia or China and make them legitimately number one. Call me, you're like a baby in a diaper to me. I'll be honest with you. You're quite boring. I'm talking about the ISIS. No, I'm talking about the raid. There was no ISIS bomb that went off. You can literally see the airstrike coming down on our special forces unit when they were going to al-Baghdadi's compound to capture him. This was like in 2019, not 2017. This is when we allegedly, like, the footage they released is the footage of us allegedly killing al-Baghdadi, the ISIS leader. Because, the dog and, like, a couple service member got injured down the tunnel because allegedly al-Baghdadi blew himself up in the tunnel and the dog suffered electrical damage down in the tunnels. And then Trump photoshopped the Medal of Honor on the dog. And it was a Photoshop medal of them photoshopped, because that was Obama giving somebody the Medal of Honor. But Trump photoshopped himself over Obama and the dog over that person. I made a meme out of it saying, yeah, we almost had him until Donald J. Trump blew us up. And then I also say, yeah, the dog suffered electrical damage, all right. The electrical circuit from when the fucking pilot hit the trigger to that bomb and it launched. Yeah, that electrical damage for damn sure. But it being down in the tunnel and al-Baghdadi blowing himself up, fuck no. What I think of Trump, he needs to die. I want to see his head on a pike. I want to chop his fucking head off and throw it right at Vance. Be like, there you go, you're president now. As he's over there, like, yeah, you're president now. Don't make me come back. And you better pray to God your name ain't on that Jeffrey Epstein list, or I'll be throwing your head to Mike Johnson. And if he's on that list, I'm throwing his head to somebody too. Someone's president again. Constitutionally speaking. Once we go a little bit further than that, you're fucked. Like, you can go look up the al-Baghdadi raid Pentagon footage if you want to. Voice of America. Some of the other shit you're going to see, it's just going to be like a quick clip hit. They ain't like, it's weird little clip hits of like the actual raid. Some of them actually have it where they're walking up to the compound, like pinpointing it all out and everything that was going on. They try, like, it. I'll do a live cast again, and I guess have to expose it to y'all, and I guess spam it on fucking TikTok some more. Like, just. Oh, God. I'm trying to stay around for 5,000 years, but this is hard. Because y'all too retarded. And at no point is this a false flag. Our Special Forces unit was murdered. So, you're not getting around that one. Sorry, bud. And again, if those people could reincarnate and come back to life, I'm going to be honest with you. No, they're going to kill every single one of you. Would be a different story if you were actually behind me and supporting me. Because I'm the only one who cares, apparently. Out of 380 million people and 3 million veterans. Active. / reserve. No, I'm the only one to care. Like, no, homie, they're coming back to kill you. Where were you? Why didn't you say anything? You actually have power and authority in your position where you're in active duty right now to do something. No, you're just gonna die today. And like all security risk when I lose that, it's kind of hard to replace. That's problem number one. Problem number two is, albeit I'm not a special forces operator, theoretically speaking, that could have been me. And guess who gives a fuck about my safety? Some dude in America that's being hated by everybody in America and calling him a drunk, a homeless loser, whatever the hell the fuck else they're confusing him for and terrorizing him. Like, no. Homie, I'd come back pissed. I would come back and kill you. Like, no, it'd be unanimous with my special forces unit at that point. The 9 of us would run shop on all throughout America. And literally be whispering in your ear, hey, remember the al-Baghdadi raid? And you like, you go, and your throat's getting sliced when you hear that too. Up. You ain't supposed to sleep here, and like slap you in the forehead or something, do some like grown-up shit, and just there goes your throat. Yeah, I would actually. I really would. Like, homie, you've crossed the line with me, and I will defend this country from all enemies, foreign and domestic. I do not like you. You have no idea yet, bro. You are barking up the wrong tree. And hi, how are you doing? Because you didn't listen to that whole... Again, I'm not a special forces operator, and I wasn't the one blown up. I'm over here trying to bring justice to the ones that were blown up and murdered by Trump. The Trump... I'm saying if I was them and I was reincarnated, no, I would be running shop on y'all, murdering you. Like, Jesus Christ, let me come back to life type shit. Like, no, I would kill you. No, we don't need Buc-ee's in my area. Buc-ee's will destroy my community. And all, like, the gas stations here and everything else. And then clog up traffic more than it's already clogged up with these fucking idiot drivers. And then you're gonna fuck with my truckers as well. No. The terrorist... No, al-Baghdadi's alive, bro. He's out in Africa, bro. Living it up right now. The only person who died that night was our Special Forces unit. You're blind deleted. You're retarded. I've pointed this out way too much to people to keep dealing with that cancel culture, gaslighting, smear campaign, retardation. Again, I would be... Trust me, if the Special Forces unit was reincarnated, they'd be tapping you on the side of the head. Hey, remember the al-Baghdadi raid? There goes your throat. You're gone. You're dead. Bye. Because you wanted to be a child and be a gaslighting, cancel culture, smear campaign piece of shit in the military, and that's not how it works here. We ain't got time for that. You are the operational security hazard of anything right now, currently. And you already look like a group anyways, because you're all a bunch of fucking pedophiles and pedophile defenders right now. I've given you the solution to get accountability for Jeffrey Epstein. And you're over here just, I don't know, I don't want to do that. I'm getting pushed too far, I don't want to do this. I was just going with the crowd. Yeah, they are building the Buc-ee's in Lebanon. It's time to wake up. You got fire watch tonight, bitch. Oh, I'm gonna hate doing this to you. Bro, you think they're gonna come back happy if they were to be reincarnated? No, they're not gonna come back happy. And I'll be honest with you, they'll probably be looking at me like Dr. Cox a little bit, like I'm JD. And I'd still be mad if it was your face, the first face I saw. Even if I was drowning and brought back to life, and yours is the first face I saw, I'd still be mad. Because, yeah, they're expecting to see somebody and their brothers or sisters in arms or commanding officer defending them, not some random civilian. I'd be the fuck honest with you. So I feel like they'd be a little bit upset seeing me, but it's like, fuck you, but thank you at the same time. You'd be happy to be alive. Well, no. Sorry. That's not how it works. Because I could sit here and bitch about that Special Forces unit all like till I'm blue in the face. What you're failing to realize is the bigger picture. If they're willing to do it to that special forces unit and they have it on like raid footage from the Pentagon they've exposed to the public, what stops them from doing it to another special forces unit that was under a more clandestine operation? And that you're not going to see the Pentagon raid footage for it. And they did the same thing they did to the special forces unit with al-Baghdadi. That's the problem where it starts to come into, and y'all aren't seeing. Yeah, death is bad, living is good, but sometimes you got to kill people. You have no choice. You got to remember, sometimes you picked up a sword so you can die by the sword. And even then, if you never even picked up a sword and been a pacifist your entire life, you got evil out there that wants to kill you. Period. Albeit Jesus Christ will keep you safe from it, but at a certain point, evil is going to try. Because you're going to get tested on your pacifism and whether or not you're willing to die for it. Period. But yes, I'm not going to argue the statement, death is bad, living is good. This is very true. And at no point am I trying to not say I don't want to go to heaven, inherit the kingdom of heaven, but I want to enjoy every day I can on earth that God and Jesus Christ, most everyone sacred Bible give me. I'm not going to argue that statement. You know, that's how I look at life. Like, yeah, sure, I'm going through what I'm going through now. It could be worse. So I just shift, keep fucking, throw that bitch into 6th gear, hit the gas pedal, keep going. We're going until we die, boy. Like dead ass. We done off the rails, we done fucking Ace Ventura, roll, flip, doosh, 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 doosh. Throw it in 7th, keep going. Do not stop. But right now, I'm seeing, like, within the society of America through social media, like, quite literally the white knight facade fading, though. I'm seeing a bunch of quitters. Like, are you really focused on the fact that, oh, Matt told me to come out here and protest? While you're over there barbecuing and grilling with your entire neighborhood, possibly playing baseball, football, soccer, I don't know, hacky sack, cornhole, whatever the fuck you're doing to unite as a community because you all want the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files. Like, no, and then you're away from, like, the internet and CIA divisional bullshit. Like, I don't care. Like, no, I'm getting accountability. So I read in the news that we've conceded. You know what I mean? We're going to protest for 30 days. And after 30 days, no, we're going to pick up our guns and, no, I'm going to kill you. Guaranteed. Yeah, I know. I sound like Chris Farley when I start yelling. And I that's why I make clippets and shit and jokes about that. I don't have hate in my heart. It sounds like I have a lot of hate in my heart. This is just how I talk in facts. Dude, I don't hate anybody. I don't even hate Satan. Because at the end of the day, if I hate Satan, that's loathing and hatred and, like, vengeance and all this other shit that gives Satan a doorway into, like, fuck with me. Plus, I ain't letting someone live in my head rent-free. Period. Like, hate's a strong word for me. You have to do a lot for me to hate you. No, I know that. And sometimes you can control a whole shit ton of shit. You just don't realize it. It's easier said than done. But albeit I'll get upset and angry and everything, I don't hate anybody. Like, unfortunately, have people died in war and people killed my veterans? Yes, but I don't hate you. Does it mean I agree with what you did? No. But I don't hate you. play with me. Because, like, you remember the verse, Satan's running around, to fucking kill you. That ain't real. It's gonna be, over gluttony, lust, pride, sloth, envy. There are many ways Satan gets a doorway to come at you like a devouring lion. And rah! Yeah, passion, it seems to be a dying breed of people, I'll be honest with you. Everyone else just seems like going with the flow and being a sheep and falling in line and just, it didn't happen to me, whatever. You know what I mean? It turned a lot into the, how I have to equivalent it, it's Supernatural in the turducken episode with Dick Roman and all the food poison, like the chemicals are put into food to make people like zombies and easily controlled. That's kind of what it feels like going on. I've told people their special forces unit been murdered by Trump and everything, and they're over here just like still eating. The family, they're just not dead yet. And by grandma, in this essence, the special forces unit's dead. They don't even realize they're dead yet. And they're 7 years late still. Passion's dying. Definitely, there's not a lot of love thy neighbor, not a lot of love thy neighbor going on, for sure. Oh. But yeah. Love how I almost had triple digit viewers in here. Now it's back down to like low digits again. It's like they all tuned into the false stream. Like a bunch of losers. Albeit about fucking 70% of them are trolls anyways, talking shit. We got 15 people in here. Oh, drop down to 12. No, I don't let them troll in here. Nope, that's got to stop. That, like, again, that's another area where I'm upset with, like, current, like, rich people and successful people and financial influencers on YouTube and other social media platforms. Them allowing such troll behaviors, like why Michaela Raines ended up killing herself, dog. So, no, that's not behavior I'm going to allow in my stream. No, that's not how I get paid. I get paid through, like, authentic viewers, not trolls. That are internet terrorists, for the long story short, or literal terrorists. So, it's not how you make money. Terrorism doesn't pay. Authentic, good, hard work pays. Because again, I'm going to drag you all to Michaela Raines' grave, bro. No, y'all keep pushing that stupid-ass ideology about, oh, trolls pay. No, they lead to death, and I'm going to drag you to Michaela Raines' grave. One of these days, like when I get money and I can travel, I'm going to go up to her gravestone. And like record it. And just watch the hatred come in. And be like, yep, this is exactly why she did it. Yes, trolls are terrorists. Go look up the FBI definition of terrorism. Sorry, bud. Travel now? No, I ain't got no money. I'm just starting to, like, get money again after a year of being, like, financially banned for some weird reason. So, I'd be the fuck out of homelessness by now. Nah. Joe Fetter! What, baby? Nah. I'm a Marine? Where the hell did you get that from? I mean, I can survive without money. I'm not a Marine. I know how to survive off the land. Not really militia either. I'm pretty sure people in the militia that are up in the higher up echelons of that well-regulated militia, with quotes around well-regulated, are child pedophile supporters. I'm not a veteran. Even if I was, I wouldn't tell you. But, like, no, I'm not a Marine. Like, no. You don't know how deep this goes yet, I don't think. And again, understanding where I'm coming from with people wanting to have Diddy rape parties. Because they want to rape little kids. You got to realize this is Occam's razor of duality of man. You got murderers, you got rapists, you got pedos, whether they're rich or poor. Murderers, whether rich or poor. You got arsonists, you got fucking gluttonous people, you got your pacifists, you got your religiously devout, you got your Satanists. It's duality of man. Not everyone's the same. Gotta realize there's 380 million people in America. There's 8.6 billion people on Earth. Evil exists. Pray for me. I don't really need you praying for me, bro. I got everything covered already. Why this is the only person talking is beyond me. On my stream. There's 10 people in here. Yeah, I'm about to end the stream here, though, pretty soon, so the fucking fuckboy over there can't make any more money off of me. I don't know who the fuck's doing it, but they've, like, spiderwebbed my stream. That's why there's only 9 people in here. But yeah, you know, on the Chris Farley thing, on the previous comments there, you know, my name is Matt Golding, and I live in a tent in Alamance County, North Carolina. Heard you've been using paper to roll doobies. Seems to me you want to rape little kids. You sick fuck. But yeah. But yeah, anyways, do I play video games? Yes, but I'm into the stream here. This is like whacked out now algorithm